Hello friends, welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. Today I want to discuss with you some unexpected resources for health and wellness. Now, usually when people think about health, they think about diet or they think about exercise or maybe even some lifestyle factors such as sleep or stress management. And this is all fine and well, but there's so much more to health than that. And in a previous video, which there's a link to in the video description, so don't worry if you missed it, I will definitely provide that for you. I talked about what health is, and I talked about the difference between health and embracing the concept of wellness. Now, health is actually defined as a resource which allows someone to live their optimal life. It enhances life. It is a means to an end, not an end itself. So people might have a different goal or an ideal to have a certain body type, but that body type in itself might be because they feel that that will give them something out of life that they're currently missing. So many of you have followed me for a while. You know I've kind of shifted in my viewpoint about body size, and I'm more of a health at every size practitioner now. So I don't feel that body shaming and body size is a good determinant of overall health, especially if we look at all of the different factors related to health and all of the different aspects related to wellness, because wellness is actually a complex interaction of social, spiritual, environmental, genetic, and lifestyle factors. So it's incorporating everything, and it's looking at truly how the mind and the body and the relational and environment impacts an individual. And in order to be truly optimized in well-being, all of these factors are considered. Now, in the United States, our definition of health is pretty narrow. And even though it has been defined throughout the years as a more broader approach of optimizing both mental and physical functioning to its highest degree, the way that it's been approached is basically in the suppression of symptoms as well as trying to manage disease. And this has led to a lot of fear, and it's led to dismal results. We know that in America, we're the most expensive healthcare system with the most unimpressive results. We have the lowest life expectancy, we use the most amount of preventative screening, but we have the highest rates of chronic diseases and an alarming rise in prevalence of mental illness. So what I wanted to do throughout the month of, this is currently January 2022, but whenever you're watching this, it's the perfect time to start to contemplate how you want to think about health and well-being, and hopefully maybe even broaden that viewpoint. So I'm going to provide these resources throughout this whole month that go beyond this diet culture world in wellness and look more into kind of some unexpected areas of health that when you now go onto the internet and you type in health and wellness, you'll see more about blogs, about maybe fitness and maybe diet, maybe some herbs, things like that on the physical realm. But I want to talk a little bit more abstract here. So in this first series of articles, which I want to review in this video, I dive into this concept a little more about if you're well or just healthy, and I've kind of discussed that already, but I did provide a podcast with actually Chris Kresser and a positive psychiatrist, Dr. Jordan Fengold, and it was interesting to me because there was a lot of resonance with how I view health. And they talked about relationships as the foundation, the power of mindset and the placebo effect, using sustainable habit change to increase vitality. They talked about burnout. They talked about finding purpose in life and meaning, which to me is a form of spirituality, and how that makes you move towards your values and your belief systems, right? And then learning how to prolong and deepen positive emotions and the importance of post-traumatic growth. And these are all concepts that we've reviewed previously. So again, in the video description, there will be links for that in the article. And then the other aspect that I think is often ignored. Now, fitness and exercise and all that is often used to make the body a certain shape or to try to manipulate the body into a certain shape. And I feel that joyful movement is actually more of a mind-body practice that is something that can bring joy to the individual and help optimize brain function. And it's often an overlooked nutrient for the brain, and that's the movement that you enjoy. And there's a lot of studies on all different forms of exercise and how they impact mental and physical well-being, from walking, yoga, running, tai chi, anything that you like to do actually helps with treatment outcomes for depression and anxiety as these quote-unquote exercise prescriptions. Movement actually works on different neurotransmitters in the brain and neural pathways, and it helps with inflammatory mediators, and it has been shown to decrease our chance of cognitive decline. And it's very easy if you think of any form of movement as quote-unquote counting and you don't have the diet mentality, to get the exercise that you need throughout the day to boost your brain health. And this can help you feel better overall and enhance your overall health, especially if you're somebody who loves social connection, going for a walk with someone, or movement, horseback riding, skiing, activities, group activities together can boost the dopamine and those endorphins, and actually also help to promote bonding. So I urge you to look at exercise from that viewpoint of wellness and health. Another resource I talked about, so first of all, we talked about the whole concept of health and wellness and how it needs to be broadened, right? And then we brought into this whole form of using this broad lens of exercise as something that can promote well-being at the mental, physical, and even social level. Now, another favorite tool of mine and a resource that I often use is emotional freedom technique, or it's also known as tapping, and heart math, which are two research-based techniques that combine the physiological response. So whatever the body's under, fight or flight, it works with the body with that, and it actually uses forms of psychology, such as in tapping, it will use more cognitive behavioral, therapy, where you're tapping things out and you're saying what eventually you want to think in the process. And then heart math is using tools and techniques to recenter and to assist one to become more present in the moment, and that can also calm the body and the brain. And both of them help form coherence, which helps one respond rather than react negatively and could potentially make the situation worse for the individual. So there's this 30-minute podcast that was at the end of the year that I thought was pretty cool, and I thought that I would share it with you all. So there'll be links again for that in the article of the video description, and you can go ahead and listen to that. And it hopefully will give you some research, helpful information, and techniques that you can start with right away. They actually do an exercise that combines the two at the end, and it only takes a few minutes. So you'll get an experience of what it's like to be in this kind of state of right now where everybody's under compounded pressures at this time, and it'll give you an idea of what it feels like to be supported with some of these techniques to help you become more coherent. And you'll probably want that feeling more often, and you'll be able to use these techniques. So that's the beginning of where we're starting, and it's just going to continue with some other areas and aspects of health throughout this month, or maybe just in the next sequence of videos if you're not watching it at the current January 2022. I just want to say that nothing has to be black or white. Unfortunately, we do live in a society right now that is very polarized to right, wrong, black, white. But with medicine, I don't think it's either or. I don't think it's either or for anything, actually. I do feel that you can treat an acute pathology and use biochemical support with mainstream medicine as you also restore someone's vitality and ignite their innate healing potential with natural and holistic methods. So a whole person approach that not only integrates the mind and body, but also the spirit of the person and promotes social connection, I think is more likely to prevent diseases that we are at war against right now. We wouldn't need to declare war if we were perpetually in a state of peace with the body or in harmony with it. And I think at the very least, these techniques will provide the body with resiliency to handle additional stressors and move through them with more ease. Even that change in mindset and perspective of what health is should help. So I hope that these will help you feel more empowered and in control of your emotional and physical health. And I do want to say that right now if you're watching this in the current time, there is a sale on my essential oils course for 25% off. So I feel like that's my absolute favorite tool that can help promote emotional and spiritual and physical well-being at this time. So make sure you check that out in the link of the description. And I haven't fully fanned out all of the details yet, but there is going to be an upcoming course that I will be your leader in taking you through this process of discovering what health and wellness is for you and how to keep in alignment with your values as you move through life so you can live the life that you want to your fullest and optimize your wellness and in the way that you feel is important to you. Okay, so make sure you check out my other videos, make sure you check out my website, and be sure to join me on social media. And any help you can with spreading the word and liking this video and sending it out will really help me be able to continue to make these free videos and free articles available to you. So with that, I wish you a very happy either start to this new year or the continuation, and I will be back with you real soon. I'd love to read any comments you have. Take good care.